Yeah, basically this guy is a general. He was the general of an army for Icona, but that war has long since died. But that I want to say the resentment and the spirits clung to the land. So now it's like it's a haunted wasteland basically. But defeating this guy gives us the captain's hat. Now we can talk to those Stow children that we were seeing all the time. And by the way, if you ever fall off of that jump, just follow this path. It circles back around onto the bridge. But now we can talk to those Stow children that we saw in the Gold Sculptura house on Great Bay Coast. And then that'll lead to a heart piece. Nope. Nope. Oh, well, you got me. We can go... Oh yeah. Once he says I'm going to start practicing standing out, you can see him without the lens of truth, which I think is a cool detail. Alright. Now we're going to need the Gyro's mask. And then we approach this guy. That's a nice mask you're wearing. There is one thing that you need to be careful in this area. If you wear the Gyro's mask and you're traveling around, there is a chance you will run into an actual Gyro spirit, which you will then have to fight. If you notice Tattle going absolutely crazy in this area every single time that she dings, is most likely one of those Gyro fights. So I'll show you one right now. Yep. Master, you called. What are you? And they aren't exactly difficult, but yeah. Regrettable, although my arrival, you were spectacular. I shall take my bow by opening my heart and revealing my wisdom. To cross the valley of Icona, aim at the river beasts with an arrowhead that freezes. Belief or disbelief rests with you. To die without leaving a corpse, that is the way of us Gyro. And that's it. But what he means is basically, it's Zelda RPG logic. Use the last main item that you got to get into the next main area. So, yep. And then we use the hook shot to go up here. Then we go up here. And then up here. And we have officially learned. Excuse me. We have officially arrived at Icona Canyon. Probably my favorite area in the entire game, but we can't do much here right now. We're gonna need an important item that's only available at nighttime. So we're gonna have to come back here at night, which means we also need to remember to go back to the ranch at night. And yeah, but there is one thing we can do. There's actually a couple of things we can do. First main thing is getting the Moon's Tear. Now I don't believe we don't, so it'll be good to get this now. Again, if you remember at the very beginning of the game, we did this as a Deku Scrub. but we can do it again as a human. And I'll just go find them real quick. Of course, it's the first one that does this. Leave. Thank you. Jesus. Alright. And then as a human, they'll give us the Bomber's Notebook. This keeps track of all the major side quests in the game. It also tells you what rewards you get, their schedules, like whenever they're available. I think it tells you where they are. 53142. We can check the notebook. That's another thing. It'll also tell you the code, 53142. But thing is, you have to actually meet the people in order to add them to your notebook. And it won't add any that you've already met, so that means you'll have to go talk to them again. Oh, gotta take off the mask. 5, 3, 1, 4, 2. Alright. Yeah, you'll have to go back and talk to all of them again in order to fill it out, even if you've already completed their side quest. So, which I think is a little ridiculous. That's another change that I agree with when they put this on the 3DS, was even if you got this later than intended, they would still update it to however many you've already done. So, hello. I will gaze into the telescope. Alright. Da-da-da-da. Now we head back to Clocktown. We can give the Moon's Tear, if you remember, again, to this Deku that's making his daily commute. Hello! I'd like to give you something. I'm gonna give you this. Here you go. And again, if you remember, that gives us the title deed. And now, since we've unlocked all of the areas, we are able to put these title deeds to use, other than giving it to a random hand that comes out of the toilet at midnight. Actually, you know what? Before we go off elsewhere, we're gonna stop by the bank, see how many rupees we have in there. If we have at least 500, I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. Because there's another upgrade we can get that costs 500 rupees while we're doing this. Only 295, okay. but I'm just gonna leave it. Alright, well then I have an idea. If you recall, there is a bird over here that likes to steal your stuff. If you defeat it, you get 200 rupees. I just happen to know, with magical arrows, fire, ice, or the third type that you can probably guess, it takes 6 arrows to beat this guy. So now the only problem is lining up the shop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we close in for the final one. Wait for total to go up, and 6. Bada bing, bada boom, 200 rupees richer. Let me take that just to fill it up. Yep. And now we just gotta do this a couple more times. Alright. And there it is. Okay. Now there are going to be 4 other Deku scrubs throughout the world. And you have to go to them in this order. First is the Southern Swamp. Also, the main gimmick with these guys is you have to be the form of the previous area that you were in. So, like, for the town for the town title deed, in order to trade for it, you have to be a human. For the mountain one, you gotta be a Deku. For the ocean, you gotta be a Goron, and then for Icona, you have to be a Zora. I always forget about this, but with each flower that you open up, there is a heart piece tied to it. So this is basically a free heart container. Okay, now we want to be at Mountain Village. Anyways, as I was saying, this upgrade that you want to get that requires a maxed out wallet. You can only buy it as a Goron, while the Mountain Village Deku is in Mountain Village, I believe. Because I honestly haven't tried buying it in the next area you gotta go to after this. But, or I mean in the Deku Swamp. But yeah. Oh, it's just 200? I thought it was 500. Well, then what's 500 rupees? Oh, I know what's 500 rupees. Okay, never mind. This is 200. The 500 one is a mask that we get later. I always get stuff mixed up. Anyways. We're gonna need another 100 here in a few minutes anyway, so it's all good. Okay, I have a story about this one. So on my main file, I was looking for the remaining pieces of heart, right? I missed this one. But I thought I got it because I had already completed the side quest, you know? And just me with my routine, I'm like, okay, I already got it. I already went through all these steps. I got this one and this one and this one. I should be good. But I had also completed all the side quests. I've beaten all the bosses. I've done everything else. So I went searching around the world and I finally saw this one. I'm like, you little bugger. So, don't forget that one, is the moral of the story. Alright, next area you want to head to is Zoro Cape. There are a couple of things we can do here. And one of them requires us being a Zora. So I think I'm going to do that now. Whenever Georg is not defeated, you can come in here and you can talk to each of the band members. But the main one we want to talk to get the context in this one is the drummer. You hookshot to the upper levels where you can find a diary that you can read as a Zora, and that'll tell you a combination of notes that you need to know in order to complete the jam session that we're about to do. However, I have those notes written down elsewhere, and I'm going to pull those up right now. Let's see here. Where is it? There it is. And that's it. The kicker, you've got to remember that entire sequence for another thing that we're about to do. That Zora's over there just jamming out. It's got a good feel to it. Even Evan should like this, but he's so proud we can't play it in front of him. What should we do? And now, this is where the fun part comes in. You get to choose, aside from being a Zora, you get to choose what form you want to play this as. I always do the Deku, because I think it just sounds a lot better on the saxophone. First you gotta talk to him, let them know that you're there. How did you get in here? Shouldn't have put up with this. If you want an autograph, we'll be giving them out at the town's carnival, so wait until then. One way to know if you're doing it right is after the first 4 notes and the third 4 notes, you'll hear the note continue, even though you're not playing anything. Okay, my bad. It's after the second 4 notes, but you'll hear that note continue. That's how you know you're doing it right. Not bad, that's a pretty good song I just made up. He'll give you a heart piece. You're not thinking I'm stealing your song, do you? Nah, you're good, man. Alright, and next... get that mountain title deed out. Next we're going to need to go to the fourth and final door off this way where someone's trying to pick the lock. Shut up, I'm busy right now. Ah, Macau, you caught me. Yeah, Lulu's been looking kind of weird lately, so I was worried. It's not like I was spying on her or anything. I'm not some kind of weirdo or some sort of slimy fish or anything. Yeah. I just remembered that I have somewhere to be. What time is it? Yeah, I have to be there like now. See ya. Alright, bye. Turn to a Goron. And trade in the title deed. If you can't tell, the heart piece is up on the shelf. Actually, do this so we can keep our Zora's mask on the heart bar. And there we go. Got a new heart container, yeah. The fifth and final area, including Clocktown, is Iconic Canyon, which we just unlocked. Oh, come on, Link, you can jump that. If you head on over this way, you'll see that there's a little exit, or a little cave, that leads to another segment. And this is where you'll find your Deku Scrub. Here you go. And he'll give you 200 rupees. So that gives us our 500 rupee total back. Which means that we can do the thing that we need to do. If we keep that money, of course. Alright. And then last but not least, got another heart piece. 2 p.m. What else can we do? We could start doing mini games, but I'd rather save that for next time. Because there are a couple of mini games that we need to do over the course of the 3 days. Oh yeah, I want to show you this. Hey, that's a nice sword you have. You know, lately frightening ghosts have been appearing in swarms in Icona village across the river. It seems they're the ghost of Icona's royal family or something. There's no one living there anymore, so I moved nearby. Now there's only a curious parent and child living there while they research the ghosts. Did I mention that is one nice sword? Can I see it for a second? Sure, why not? Huh, really? I don't want to trouble you, but... What? Some red thing? What is it? It seems hostile. I love that. I love that so much. Alright. I think I'm going to end things there for this episode. I think next time we're going to... Ow. I think next time we are going to possibly let me actually get somewhere where I won't be attacked 24/7. Okay. Let's run up here, we should be good. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna end things there. Next time, we gotta do Romane's Ranch, gotta do the carriage ride. I'm probably gonna do a couple more side things just to get some heart pieces and upgrades and all that good stuff. Probably start a couple of those 3-day mini games, and I think next cycle is going to be a quick one. Yeah, that's all I can really think of. But thank you all for watching. I hope you liked it. This one's probably going to be split up into a couple of parts if I can't cut it down into a decent length, because I'm coming up to an hour now. I'll see y'all next time.